Welcome everybody back to another BOLDcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is the series finale of Mob Psycho 100. I can't even believe it. Up until like maybe a month ago, I had no idea that this was the final season. I think everyone just assumed, like everyone kind of knows, like, or, you know, you do the research when you're looking on Mal or something, but because we're a reaction channel, we try not to look at stuff like that as much because part of like watching a show is sort of knowing or not knowing when something's going to end. So we didn't know, but now we're at the finale and it's kind of crazy.
It's sad.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I hope that it will be a really good episode, and I hope that that this can just the series can just be like really good all the way through.
I think it will.
You know?
I think it will. I think it will. I'm excited to see how it goes, and we're gonna have not right away because I don't even know at this point. I may or may not be going away depending on how the storm in Western Canada goes, but I might be going home for the holidays, so it'll be like a week or two, and we have a bunch of other discussions we need to film as well. So we're gonna be doing a big batch of those. So we're planning on doing one for this show because it's too good not to discuss. There's a lot of things to talk about. So yeah, I guess stay tuned for that in the channel's future. We've got a lot of good things planned for 2023, and we're really happy to have gone on this journey with you all. So leave a like and subscribe, and check out Patreon for the uncut reactions for this. And don't forget to support the official release. Let's go. Mob Psycho 300 finale. Jesus. Oh, God.
I like how she's still there.
Let's walk into it. I mean, what else can I do? Is she actually going to walk towards it? Oh, no, walk away.
She's finally leaving after all of that.
But he's waiting for me. Is he going to conquer his shadow once and for all and earn the right to be with the princess?
Oh my god! You know, just in case.
Maybe she's not as smart as like her grades might belie.
Yeah. It's too much. Oh.
Last opening.
Mom, mom, mom. Yeah, I don't know about that.
You like he had 99 and then Ritsu had 1?
Oh.
That's so cute. That's interesting.
Watch out.
It's just like the start of the series, or just like the start of their relationship. Except instead of Mob coming to him, he's coming to Mob.
他人が僕を飼いならすことができない姿を知れば、あの人も見なよ、あの驚いた顔。もう僕を怖がって
He got hit by a rock!
Yeah.
近づけもしない。モブ戻ってこい。これがお前の抱えていたものなのか。それを俺は知らなかったんだ。師匠、すまない。モブ待て。
Oh, jeez. Maybe it's not a bad thing. Maybe it's not a bad thing after all that this happened this way. Maybe it's them like merging. It's them becoming one after all this time. Instead of him being fragmented in two different things, he's like merged back into one self. Maybe that's the idea.
Not very good still. Oh my god.
Oh my shitting god, dude. He covered his head. OP1. Take his shoes off. What? I can't believe they're playing OP1 right now.
Oh.
The best OP. Look at him go.
I know.
Real shonen protagonist moves right now. What? 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 Holy shit.
Imagine he just goes up to Mob and throws some salt in his face.
I bet he will. Salt splash. No, it'll be like the salt punch or whatever. I can't believe this is happening. This is so epic.
Oh my god. I'm scared. Not quite.
Are they at the park? No, no. I thought it was a swing set. It was a power line.
話を聞け。ダメだ。この人の話を聞いたら、僕はせっかく自由になったんだ。
He's like at the park now. Masaka. この人にこんな力が。お前にこそ伝えたいんだ。つぼみちゃんに会う前にな。よう、元気そうじゃねえか。
What? 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 No way!
Classic.
What?
I was kind of hoping
No,
for
you
some,
wa-
like, no, I didn't think it would happen. I had been like hoping that Dimple would come back, but I didn't think he would.
Oh, because he was just scattered
He
to
was
the
just
winds,
around,
I guess?
yeah.
そこでたまたまエクモと会ったんだ。おかげで間に合った。おい、悠長に構えてる余裕はねえ様だって存在維持するだけでギリギリなんだよ。ああ、そうみたいだ。エクモ、助けてくれたところ悪い。
I just told you no chit chat, you fool!
はあ？お前一人でどうするっつうんだよ。分かったよ。喧嘩すんじゃねえぞ。
Oh god.
俺は
俺にはな、霊能力も超能力も何の力もないんだ。持ってないんだよ。嘘。最初から嘘だったんだ。ちょっと失礼。俺はよく嘘をつく。客にもお前にもな。初めてお前が事務所に来た日、俺は嘘をついた。お前の悩みを知った気で相談に乗った。お前は俺を簡単に信じた。あの日から今日までずっと利用し続けてきたんだ。俺本当は何も知らねえんだ、超能力のこと。これが俺の正体だ。今まで支障ずらしてすまなかったな。最後にもう少し言わせてくれ。お前だけが特別なわけでなんて誰にでもある。俺にも。だからそんなに悩むな。
Happy 100.
それもまた当たり前のことだ。ここだけの話、俺は隠してる本当の姿が大嫌いなんだが、嘘があったからお前と知り合えたわけだし、モブもその力があったから今のお前があるんじゃないか。要するにだ、お前はそのままでいい。もう俺がいなくても大丈夫だ。大丈夫。そろそろ受け入れてやれ、自分を。お前なら、モブならそれができるってことを俺は知ってる。師匠がそう言ってる。あんたが僕を受け入れてくれるっていうのか。いや、君にも僕を受け入れてほしい。みんながそうしてくれたように。それでいいの？本当に。戻ろう、あの頃みたいに。待って、振られちゃったらどうなる？僕は大丈夫だよ。さあ行こう。
Like his hair goes back to normal.
本当に待ってんのか、つぼみちゃん。
Oh,
それを見るの。
I can't believe she waited there.
I can't believe Dimple's alive.
I know.
For now. I think
Well.
I think he's gonna go away
お
again.
前これから
Well, maybe he'll hang
さあ
around.
な。
戻ってきたぞ。
She went home.
いなかったか。
それそうだよな。
振られた。
ちゃんと待ってたのかよ。
僕のことをまだ異性として見たことがないって。
All this destruction, he didn't even get the
Aw.
girl.
そうか。まあそういう時もあるって。うん、そうだよ。待ってただけマシじゃねえか。
That's
これ
true.
からだよ、これから。はい。 あとはまあ、友達になんとか直さねえとな。何心配いらねえって。みんな手伝ってくれるだろう。前にお前んち直してくれたやついただろ。あいつも呼んでさ。他にも知り合いの超能力者たくさんいるだろうな。
Yeah, yeah, we can just fix this up. It's fine. Everyone's like dead on the side of the road.
ああ、無事無事、問題ない。今からちょっと。
Good end. This Japanese school really end at 4?
じゃあそういうことでまた年末開けといてくれ。
今年は私も行くからよろしくね。
楽しみだね。また来ま
They're gonna go again. He's like,
間違いない。来るよ。
He's forever changed. Are they all in the club now? Oh, there's just a bunch of new people. I saw the yellow hair and I was like, I thought that was Misato. Fuck.
this is so good.
だからみんなもきつい時は助け合ってね。
It's so nice.
I guess the other guys all graduated.
Yeah,
会長
from high school.
It's rough being vice president of the body improvement club.
来週は武蔵先輩たちとトレーニング合宿行くんだ。そうだ。
It's so nice.
なかなか見込みのある筋肉をしていたぞ。影山。
って言ってたけど。いや、僕は副会長の仕事がかなり大変だから。
Student council vice president.
Bring him down.
大丈夫？
He better use his powers.
気を
He's
つけて。
not using his powers.
How are you? Well, I mean, for
Body
the
Improvement Club.
Look at that little guy.
He's fine. He's just gonna. Is that how he got there in the first place? He's a really fat-looking cat to be able to make that jump from the tree.
いや、影山兄弟。テルさん、久しぶりだね。
Whoa, new
小
hairstyle.
沢君もこれから行くところ。うん、一緒に行こうよ。
I'm glad he didn't return to that horrendous wig that he was wearing before.
また。
I can't believe he's alive.
この間、揚げ物の新作も出たみたいだから。行こう。またあの T シャツを。今度こそ止めないと。ちゃんと兄さんの好きな服を着た方がいいよって言うんだ。兄さん。いつも行きたいの。新作。
What just happened? Do you understand what just happened?
仕事があるから。あの T シャツ結構
I don't get it.
I don't.
そうかい。
Or he just decides to let them do whatever they're doing.
お邪魔します。
I didn't get that one.
3人ともよく来てくれたね。お電話ありがとうご
Does
ざい
she
ます。
work there now?
I
As like the
guess. I think
receptionist or something?
so.
板についてるね。立派だ。
ここの大黒柱だからね。私もここでバイト始めて半年。
That's so
だい
great.
ぶそれっぽくなってきたでしょ。で、どうなの最近、彼女さんとは。
彼女じゃないですよ。振られたんだから。電話してるみたいです。
あら、いい。
He got this the sweatshirt of it.
倉田部長来ました。もう誰か入り口にいますよ。
お客さんじゃないかな。
え、
誰？僕が呼んだんだ。
It's so nice to see everyone
Yeah.
last
呼ん
time.
じゃって気だよね。
I invited everyone I know.
Oh shit! He's got his hair cut like his dad.
おお、リーツ、久しぶりだな。
来た。倉田部長、もうすぐ来ちゃいます。
じゃあみんな隠れて。
Is that his birthday or something?
It must be.
何が妖怪だよ。ただのケツアゴのおっさん
And Dimple's there too.
適当に塩まいてきて。
お前がやってるのにいつもつまんだけどな。
Yeah, Dimple's there too.
電気消えてる。
おーい、芹沢。とみちゃん。
He's so tiny now.
おめでとうございます。レーゲン師匠。
もう来てください。あれ？お前目赤くね？おい、いつもに。
レーゲンさんが好きなんですか？
気が利く人でしょ。あげてよね。
やべえ。俺のケーキ。
Somebody's gonna.
Takes a picture.
誰だ今やったのは。
There's like a room full of psychics. Nobody
Yeah.
knows who did it.
お前ら手伝ってもらうからな。
Still so much time left. Oh no.
No.
No, because we paused it. We paused the recording. I'm looking at the recording
Yeah.
time like that's it. Oh no.
That was a such a wholesome episode.
I forgot I stopped the recording halfway, so I always look at the timeline of the recording, so I have to move the mouse to see how far away the episode is. And it said 14 minutes because we paused at 8 minutes, so it's actually 22 minutes in. Oh no.
Sad.
I was expecting another couple scenes. Oh man, that's it. I wasn't even paying attention to all the credits.
Happy.
Yeah. Oh man.
And he got rejected, which was kind of nice and probably for the best.
Yeah, but it's not. It wasn't. He got rejected, but it wasn't a full on no. It was like maybe there's a chance, and now they talk all the time on the phone. Mm-hmm. And because now maybe take some time. And maybe they will get together after some time.
Maybe you need to actually talk to the person you have a crush on before you ask them out.
Well, they were friends for a long time.
Yeah.
I just feel so warm inside.
I feel kind of bad because I feel like I don't even have that much to say. It was just really good, really wholesome.
I have a lot to say, but I feel like it's more in context with the whole show.
The whole show, yeah.
Rather than just with the last episode, which is better to save for a whole discussion rather than bog this down.
I like that we got to see everyone again at Reagan's birthday and just like have that like nice little wrap up of like, oh, everyone's all good. They have this tradition
Dimple's
now
back.
where they're like all gonna go see the aliens again. Reagan has a nice birthday party with everyone there. Everyone's having a good time and stuff. It's really nice.
It's really good that he finally. Yeah. It's just with the whole with him accepting his other half, but then not using his powers. It seems like I don't get that thematically, but it's.
Well, I guess it's like if you're not using them out of fear, then that's different than just not using them because you'd rather not. If you genuinely would rather not, and you're okay, like because he always like didn't want to really use his powers that much, but at the same time, then he kept using them at his work and like was like fighting crazy battles and everything all the time.
Yeah,
too.
but it was like he was just afraid of using them because of the damage that he could cause, and that fear and that separation and that fragmentation of himself
now
is what led to it bursting out without him controlling it. But so then the theme would be to not fragment yourself, but to just learn how to live with it and learn to learn to just that it's a part of yourself and not shut it away and not whatever.
Well, at the same time, I think now if he like doesn't want, like he might still use his powers and he might still not, for depending on the context, but he's doing it now. He knows the worst that can happen, so he's not doing it to prevent something that has now already happened, and he now accepts as a possibility. Instead of not using his powers out of fear, he is now capable of not using them just out of like choice and not out of like the fear of like, oh, what could happen if I use them, Yeah,
maybe it'll take more time for me to kind of think about it. It's just not what I would have expected.
Yeah, I would have expected him to use that.
I would have expected it to have integrated that part of himself and not be afraid of using them or not shut them away or just use them as if they're a part of himself because he's accepted it. But instead it shows him maybe catch the cake. Maybe that's it. Like, because he doesn't use it. He specifically doesn't use it to help the cat.
Yeah,
but he does
to pull a little
possibly use it on Reagan. To I don't even. But it's unclear. Maybe that's the point. Like it's unclear whether he'll use them or it's not so obvious that he's using them, or I don't know. Maybe that requires more thought. Maybe you guys can shed some light on what you guys interpreted the ending of that whole thematic segment, because that's been the most classical part of Mob Psycho and the through line. Like I said, we weren't really thinking about that going forward, but in this last little bit it became very front and center that's really what was going on and what the whole series was about, was this accepting of all your facets and accepting of yourself and understanding yourself and not shutting away the difficult parts of yourself or the things that you might be afraid of or whatever. I did also like that at the end of where it's like the like whatever the dark part of him is all like, oh well, you have to accept, or you're gonna accept me and stuff, and then like the whatever the other half of him is like, well, you also have to accept him. It's not just like the good part of yourself accepting
the more evil part of yourself, it's also the evil part has to accept that it's, you know, is it that way is not the right way either. It's not one or the other, and like, oh well, the like bad part has to be accepted. It's like both can exist at the same time, and are not like exclusive or like just dependent on one accepting the other.
Yeah, and I think that I really liked how it wrapped up everything with Reagan as well.
And how he admitted everything, and it was good because Mob obviously knew
by that point. The whole arc last season,
and then it was like the lie that the fact that he knew and Reagan was still lying after all this time. That was what was. You know,
there's a difference between Mob knowing it and Reagan knowing that Mob knows it, and Reagan outright saying it and coming clean. Like, you know, there's a difference between this implicit knowledge and him coming out and saying and being honest and trusting Mob explicitly. Because, you know, the whole arc last season was about how Mob knew that Reagan was ultimately a fraud.
But the fact that he still couldn't say it was, you know.
So I really like that, how Reagan gets Mob to fully sort of integrate himself and accept himself by showing that Reagan accepts himself, and that you know, he didn't like himself. I really like Reagan is such a clever part of the series, and it's clear that maybe, well, it's not 100% clear, maybe again you guys can shed some light on it, but it seems to me that and other people have made this thing has said this before, but that Reagan might be more of like a self-insert by the author, or more of like, you know, the real life like logic person coming in and to this like anime world and like kind of blackpilling the whole world, or like bringing a little bit more truth than everybody can handle, or just a little dose of reality, or lies, you know, not necessarily truth, but I like how he tied into that, how the way he got through to Mob wasn't necessarily the most cliche thing ever. It was like, it all centered on Mob. It was centered on both of them, and how he related like his own struggles with not liking his real self, hiding it underneath lies. But then, even though that's not a good thing, out of that came his relationship with Mob and his relationship with all these people and branching out and everything. And then he was able to build a life with that. So it's not so black and white. It's not so easy, like you said, of just accept the bad part. You know, it's everything needs to go together. It's like if he was just hating himself and working a crappy job that he hated and not living the life that he wanted and being a pure version of his life that he didn't want or didn't like, then things wouldn't have led to this point. So making those mistakes ended up bringing out a good thing, you know? And I like that. I think it's a lot more to digest, and it's a lot more complex than just, you know, accept yourself and be true to yourself necessarily. It's like, you can't just have one or the other. You can't just have, you know, you aren't just coming from a place of I'm the good version and I need to accept the bad version. It's like sometimes the bad version's the true thing, and it's not necessarily, good things don't always come out of doing good things. Sometimes good things come out of making mistakes and doing the wrong thing. So, you know, his lying ended up bringing out some good stuff. I don't know. It's just, it's more interesting than I would expect, given like how not basic, but you know, the whole idea of shadow work and integrating yourself is a classical sort of theme. So I like just the speech that he gave to Mob. Is very touching to me. Very good. And I just really liked it. I really liked all of it, and I think it was great episode. So yeah, stay tuned for our discussion of, I guess, the series. We probably won't go season by season because I feel like it's pretty cohesive and short story.
If you want to leave some questions that you want, you can do that in the comments here, and we'll like look through and see if there's anything that we want to include in the discussion. Please like, and have a good day. Bye bye.
See you guys in the new year. Bye bye.